8 News Now, good day.
It's Friday, folks. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm Sherry Swentz. John has the day off. We got our Dramamine cams going today.
Yeah, I see that. My goodness.
It's been a little gusty overnight
Yeah.
again. Yeah, lots of wind coming in. But I don't think we're really going to get the rain today that's been in the forecast all week long. If that's any consolation for your Friday, we've had a lot of rain lately. So let's take a break and let's just look forward to sunshine and clouds. Look at the wind just bumping around our camera as we look out there to the high roller, the link, and across the strip this morning. Yeah, those winds have been gusting to 30+ miles an hour. And look at the sustained winds now in the middle of town and South Henderson. There are 20 to 25 miles an hour. Nellis, you've got the winds up around 15. Red Rock has had gusts to over 40 already. This is that next system that's been dropping in, and it's focused more on central California and will swing mainly to the north of us today. But there is a chance that we're going to get a taste of some snow. About a 40% chance of some snow showers in our local mountains. And if we get some heavy clouds around, you can see that the potential is there for areas of Clark County to get some showers. But the Las Vegas Valley looks like a mix of clouds and sun. Maybe a few sprinkles pulled in by the wind today. Otherwise, definitely cooler. We're going to notice that. Temps only in the 50s as we get through your Friday, and maybe not even making it to 60 degrees. So warm jackets, everybody. 5:02. Let's say good morning to Nate and check in on the commute.
Morning, Sherry. Good morning to you. Happy finally Friday. The freeways are moving along in great shape, especially after the messes that we've had earlier this week. It's nice to just say, hey, southbound US 95 is looking great from Jones all the way towards the Spaghetti Bowl. Headlights are folks who are heading for the Rainbow Curve. Now we move to the south end of I-15. The cameras bounce around a little bit. Sherry's talking about that wind. These are the folks joining the South 15 from Trop, where they have that right lane of the ramp taken away, and just follow the traffic signs through there. The freeway system itself is moving along great. There are several slow spots for the South 15, including past the 215 as you're heading for Blue Diamond. We're watching it all morning long, Kirsten.
All right, thanks very much, Nate. A reminder for parents and students, there is school today. The Clark County School District says an initial version of the school year calendar had today, March 8th, as a day off, but that was later changed to a normal day. It has nothing to do with the snow day from a few weeks ago. The Board of Trustees will meet next week to decide when to make up that day. Metro Police released body cam footage of this altercation that led to a death. Police say 65-year-old Roy Scott called 911 about 3 suspicious men outside his apartment on Sunday. This was near Alta and MLK. When officers arrived, they found him holding a pipe and a knife, which he later surrendered. Police also tried to tell him they were there to help, but the man refused to cooperate. Officers tried to calm him down. When they grabbed his arms, he went to the ground. Metro Police says he was not forced to the ground. Then there was a scuffle. Minimum force was used. The man died an hour later. Police believe he was experiencing an excited delirium, which causes high body temperature and can lead to death. Scott's family believes there's a conversation to be had when it comes to dealing with a person with mental illness.
They was just dealing with a person that was having basically a bad day. We all have them, but some of us have them worse than others. But this time, it caused the person life. His bad day caused him his life, and he was trying to get help.
Police believe the officers involved in the situation are trained in crisis intervention. They are on paid administrative leave. A woman arrested for stabbing 2 people on an RTC bus near Sahara and Paradise. Metro Police say the woman got into an argument, then stabbed the 2 people. She tried running off, but police caught her. They did have to shoot her with a low lethal shotgun to get her to drop the knife. The victims are expected to survive. Sherry?
Kirsten, look at the devastating damage left behind by those Alabama tornadoes. President Trump will visit that area today to get a firsthand look at all of that tornado damage. The National Weather Service confirms there were 12 tornadoes that touched down in Alabama on Sunday. At least 23 people were killed. This was considered the deadliest tornado outbreak since 2013. State and local officials say there's been a lot of progress that's been made just in the last few days.
We're so glad that the federal government is here, partnering with the state to allow a local execution of a disaster response and recovery, and now into long-term recovery activities to get Lee County to a better tomorrow.
Forecasters say more severe weather is expected this weekend. A Facebook group has been created for the tornado victims to help them find their items that they lost. and there were a lot of those during the storms. Nate?
All right, Sherry, 5:06 on your Friday morning. A whole bunch of agencies are getting together this morning because they want to help you avoid losing money to scammers. Our Hector Mejia is live near Sahara and Valley View, the state agency buildings, to tell us a little bit more about a consumer fraud prevention fair later this morning. What's it all about, Hector?
Nate, Nevada Consumer Affairs says scammers are targeting just about anyone, anywhere, and that's why they're inviting you to come out to their fair this morning so you can learn how to protect yourself online and in stores. And later this morning, between 10 a.m. and 3 in the afternoon, you'll have the chance to ask questions and have one-on-one time with up to 25 agencies. And they include the Federal Trade Commission, Internal Revenue Service, as well as state and local offices. And it's all taking place inside the Nevada State Business Center on Sahara near Valley View. Then at 11:30 a.m., a panel will unveil the latest trends used by scammers to prey on victims. According to the state's Consumer Affairs Office, so many of us believe it'll never happen to us.
That's the problem. People don't think it's going to happen to them, and it does. It's happening to people, again, the young, the elderly. There's really no age preference anymore. They're trying to, these scammers are trying to get whoever they can.
We have the latest numbers on your screen. Last year, Nevada Consumer Affairs investigated more than 1,600 complaints involving fraud or deceptive trade practices all across the state. Out of those complaints, they recovered approximately $305,000 in restitution. As for the deceptive businesses, well, they had to pay up more than $35,000 in fines and hearing costs. Some of the red flags include someone trying to pressure you to act quickly. And still ahead live in the next half hour, I'll explain the trends this office says they're seeing here locally. Reporting live, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
Thank you, Hector. A Pahrump Valley High School staff member wanted for trying to lure students has been arrested by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. 27-year-old Danny Lisk was captured by police in Laredo, Texas. He was trying to make his way into Juarez, Mexico. He was wanted for sending lewd messages through Snapchat to multiple children at Pahrump Valley High School where he worked. He is facing multiple charges. The sheriff of Nye County says she will not enforce a new gun control law in our state. Sheriff Sharon Worley sent a letter to her governor saying the new law violates the Second Amendment. The sheriffs of White Pine, Pershing, and Eureka counties also say the new law creates a burden on law enforcement and that their citizens don't want it. Governor Sisolak and Attorney General Aaron Ford responded to Sheriff Worley's letter saying they look forward to working with the sheriffs to review ways to enforce the new law. Next, a local high school student's art piece will be on display at this year's Burning Man Festival. She's been working on it for years, what the message is behind the sculpture. And the Las Vegas Lights are getting ready for their home opener. We're live at Cashman Field. Stay with us here on the Valley.
More lawyer, less fee. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
5:12 on your finally Friday. Hey, look out near McCarran today. Look at that. The Blue Angels. Yeah, the Blue Angels doing a flyover. The squadron, of course, is the flight demonstration team for the U.S. Navy, different than the Thunderbirds. Flyover scheduled for about 9:30 this morning. Kirsten?
Every summer, tens of thousands of people travel to northern Nevada for Burning Man. They come from around the globe, a week-long festival celebrating art and music. And this year, a local artist will have her work showcased. High school senior Tahoe Mack has been working on creating this giant metal mammoth for about 3 years. She says it's morphed into a community effort to preserve Southern Nevada's history.
There's this struggle in humanity, like the trash and about losing the past, knowing like your footsteps and all the things that you do in life are going to leave an impact, and hopefully it's a good impact.
She originally came up with the concept for her Girl Scout Award project. After Burning Man takes place, the art piece will then be installed at Tule Springs. That is amazing, Sherry and Nate.
That's very cool.
That's quite an accomplishment for that young lady.
Absolutely, completely. All right, the Las Vegas Lights open their second season tomorrow night at Cashman Field.
How about that? They had a solid preseason. Good reason to be optimistic about their season this year. Kristen Drummond, she's live at Cashman right now with a preview. What's going on out there?
Hi, Kristen.
Hey, Nate and Sherry. Last year when I was here, the grass was laid down over a dirt baseball field, but not this year. Take a look at this. This is the old first baseline. Grass now completely covers it because Cashman Field is now home exclusively to the Lights. The former baseball team, the 51s, also now known as the Aviators, will be moving to Summerlin, and they're expected to open up their season next month in a brand new baseball stadium. So now here we are at Cashman, home to the Lights. They have virtually a brand new team this season in the USL. There's also a new coach, Eric Winalda, who has success as a coach as well as a player for the national team and in the MLS, and as a longtime soccer broadcaster. The Lights went 3-0 in preseason play. They won 7 games, and also had a draw, including wins over a pair of Major League Soccer teams. Winalda says he expects good things this season.
We're gonna be flying. I think the fans are excited to get going. We've had a great preseason, didn't lose a game, so that winning mentality is starting to show itself. But now it matters. So I think there'll be some nervousness in the beginning, but we are a team that is younger, faster, and much more talented than last year's team.
Now the Lights are putting their money where their mouth is, guaranteeing a win tomorrow night against Austin. If the Lights don't win, every fan in attendance Saturday gets a free ticket to the next game. So we're expecting some big things to come with the Lights this season. Tickets start at $15. Gates will be opening around 6-ish, 6:30 with kickoff at 7:30. And of course, you'll be able to see Cash, the soccer rocker here, who's going to show some of his moves. Let's see. Let's see. Big kick. Here we go. I got this. Oh, you're going to go far? You're going far? Let's see. Oh, well, there goes the ball. All right. Well, again, game starts at 7:30. We'll be having much more out here at Cashman Field, including interview with the team owner. Make sure you don't miss that coming up later in the show. Reporting live, Kristen Drummond, 8 News Now.
All right. Thank you, Kristen.
That's collegiate soccer player, Kristen.
Yeah, she was. Looks like she's handled one on her toe before.
I think she has once or twice. That's awesome. Is it going to be windy tomorrow?
You know, and I was going to say, it doesn't look that windy now where Kristen is, which is good. It looks a little protected there at Cashman Field. So, and the wind should be calming down a little bit by this evening. Okay. Thank goodness. Yeah. It doesn't look as bad. But man, it's been blowing in a lot of neighborhoods overnight, especially out to the west. Red Rocks had 40-mile-an-hour winds. As we check that beautiful shot from our camera looking out there, you can see we've just got a few layers of some clouds, but otherwise some fairly open sky. Kiddos, All right, let's get to that forecast for you today. It will be windy through most of the day, but a little less as we get into the afternoon. You know, we had a chance of rain today, but that seems to be disappearing for the Las Vegas Valley. Look for some snow in the mountains. Highs will be cooler, though, so keep that hoodie on. We're looking at just under 60 degrees, and the sunrise, yeah, you're going to be getting up in the dark definitely again by the time we get to Monday, because we're springing forward into daylight saving time. We're going to set our clocks ahead this weekend, which is going to shift that hour of daylight, taking it from the morning and putting it at the end of your day. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. It's really kind of a split, but we do officially begin daylight saving time this Sunday at 2 a.m. Sunrise will be closer to 7 now instead of 6, and sun setting after 6:30. It actually sets before 6:30 because of our mountains, but officially the time will be 6:44. It's chillier out there this morning. There are a lot of 40s around. Kyle Canyon's down below freezing in the 20s, and we will look for about a 40% chance of some snow showers and lower snow levels too with this system, with some cooler air coming in. Red Rock's at 40, and wind gusts have matched the temperature this morning at 40 miles per hour. 46 in Pahrump, Boulder City, Kingman, all about the same. So this low pressure system is coming in, but it's swinging north of Clark County. So that's why we're pretty much taking the chance of real rain out of the forecast for us. So we'll look for taking a break really through the weekend. But again, if you're heading to the mountains, you might get in on some snow showers. Snow levels could be down maybe 4,500 to 5,000 feet. That's above Red Rock. But the real accumulation will focus more towards the ski resort. And you can see we've got some snow up in Lincoln County over into Utah. Definitely going to get a chance for some snow. 38 for the afternoon high. Now, if you're going to venture over into California, there are a lot of folks that really want to take in this beautiful super bloom that have been across the areas of Southern California. This is Lake Elsinore. Man, the poppies have been off the charts blooming. It is beautiful gold fields out there. The wildflowers really are phenomenal. We checked with our local area experts, and it looks like that we really were dependent on fall rain, not so much winter rain, and we didn't have that much of a great fall rainy season. So we're going to have okay wildflowers here in our local deserts and out towards Death Valley, but because we've had so much rain during the winter season, that may actually hold back good blooms for Death Valley, but we'll still have them okay, and they may be a little higher up. Alrighty, so we've got 59 today. See, on the cool side, a few 60s tomorrow, low 60s, and a 20 to 30% chance with the next system of rain Sunday, Monday. It's just going to stay unsettled, windy at times, and definitely cooler than normal. 5:19, we're checking in with your traffic. Here's Nate.
Well, we are not unsettled, and that is good news. We're doing fine on the traffic this morning after all the issues earlier this week. It's great to just say, hey, check out southbound US 95 from Jones heading towards the Spaghetti Bowl. Those are the taillights. Headlights are the folks who are heading for the Rainbow Curve. Now, there is something going on the far east side. We don't know exactly what it is, but you cannot go in the right lane of northbound Nellis as you come up on Charleston. That looks like there's something going on with the signal box there. I don't know if it's a police issue or what's going on, but stay in the center lane as you are northbound on Nellis coming up on Charleston. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. Meanwhile, the rest of the freeway system, some slowing on the southbound side of the 15 after the 215 is head down towards Blue Diamond. Kirsten?
All right, thanks very much, Nate. Samsung launching its newest Galaxy smartphone on the market. What the features are and the other products Samsung is also releasing. Plus, Corona turning away from beer, the new flavored drinks it will soon sell.
Harrah, the #1 dealer in the West.
Samsung Galaxy S10 smartphones now available in stores and online.
And Corona is turning away from beer with its newest drinks. We can't wait to hear about these. Diane King Hall joins us live from Wall Street. Happy Friday, Diane.
Happy Friday and happy International Women's Day, ladies. Yay! We'll drink to that later. We'll drink to that later. All right, girls who run the world. All right, so let's start with a recap of stocks first. A fourth straight day of losses here on Wall Street. The Dow dropped 200 points. The Nasdaq fell 84 and the S&P 500 lost 22. This morning, the Labor Department will release the February jobs report. That's coming just minutes from now. The U.S. economy is expected to have added 180,000 jobs during February. Economists are predicting the unemployment rate will drop to 3.9%. Now, if the jobs report matches estimates, that will be the lowest rate since September. And Samsung's latest answer to Apple's new iPhones hits the market today. The Galaxy S10, S10 Plus, and S10e will be available in stores and online. The S10 features a 6.1-inch display. It's got 3 rear cameras and a single front-facing camera. It costs $900. The S10 Plus is a bit larger with a 6.4-inch screen and a stronger battery. That'll run you $1,000. The Galaxy S10e is the cheapest of the 3 with a $750 price tag. Kirsten and Sherry.
Whew, those phones.
I know, they look amazing.
They do.
I know.
They do everything, including your laundry.
All of them are pricey. Yes, right?
All right, Diane.
For that part.
Okay, so let's get to the important stuff. We're hearing that Corona is getting into the non-beer drink business. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is the I'll drink to that. It is releasing a new tropical flavored booze spike drinks. Corona Refresca is a flavored malt beverage available in 3 varieties: coconut lime, guava lime, and passion fruit lime. The drinks will hit the market later this month in some states before going nationwide in May. Sherry and Kirsten.
I'm on board. Pour it over some ice by the pool.
I
love it.
Refresca. The name says it all.
It does, doesn't
guava.
it? Yes. All right.
Yep, it sounds like it would be good.
All right.
I like it. We'll
All
be
right.
trying
Who
that.
runs
Thank
the
you,
world,
Diane.
Who runs the world as we say goodbye?
Yes, girls. Who run the world. Okay. Happy International Women's Day.
All right.
Great weekend.
We've all got our gem colors on.
Yes,
Good
we
job,
do.
Diane.
Yeah, you go run Wall Street. Happy Friday.
I'll try. All right, happy Friday.
All right, this is pretty exciting. Ahead of schedule, may the force be with Disney.
That's right. Coming up on Good Day, when the new Star Wars park officially opens at Disneyland and Disney World.
Now on Good Day, protecting yourself from fraud, how to better protect your bank accounts and personal information. The Las Vegas Lights home opener is this weekend. We're live at Cashman speaking with the team's owner. And it's going to be windy today. We'll check in with Sherry and her Weather Now forecast. The Valley's news leader starts right now.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Good Day.
It's Friday, folks. Good morning to you. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm Sherry Swens. John has the day off, so I'm sitting in his seat.
Yes, you are, my dear.
Yeah, Nate and I are taking turns actually sitting in John's seat. Nice weekend, but a windy one.
All right.
My gosh, I know people are like, Sherry, will the wind ever stop? Folks, we haven't started spring yet, and that's our windy season.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the trees that are blooming.
Yep.
We've had so much rain, and then, of course, the wind that keeps spreading everything around. We've had gusts overnight, 30, 40 miles an hour. We are looking at now a chance of snow in our mountains, but maybe not the rain around the valley today that we had first thought. So temps are cooler, and overall a cooling trend is coming our way for the weekend and really all into next week. And remember, next week is daylight saving time. We've had 20 sustained winds, 20, 25 miles an hour. We've been seeing some snow showers taking shape up into Lincoln County over into Utah, and it's really this low pressure system that's going to move more to the north of us. Could see some snow showers in Clark County mountains, in our local mountains, but really the chance of rain is going to head north. We may get a few wind-driven sprinkles or showers near the foothills, but not really rain for the valley today. Clouds and sunshine, wind, and cooler 50s for highs. We may not make it to 60 degrees today. That's quite a change. 5:31. Let's get on the road, see if things are changing with Nate. Good morning.
Good morning, Sherry. Good morning to you. The only thing changing is more folks getting onto the roadway, and so that means more cars. But right now, southbound US 95 from Jones, heading for the Spaghetti Bowl, doing all right. Almost looks like there's more people heading out of the Spaghetti Bowl on the 95. The headlights, as they exit to your screen stage left, they are headed for the Rainbow Curve. Heads up way out on the east side of town, northbound on Nellis. As you come up on Charleston, you got to stay out of the right lane and the next to the right lane. Metro Police was some kind of a stop there. They're trying to do something with somebody off on the sidewalk. That is causing a little bit of a backup northbound Nellis. Stay out of the right lane as you come up on Charleston. But the overall freeway system, not bad for a finally Friday. Kirsten.
All right. Thank you, Nate. A reminder for parents and students with the Clark County School District, there is school today. The school district says an initial version of the school year calendar had today off, but that was later changed to a normal day. It has nothing to do with the snow day. Most recently, the Board of Trustees will meet next week to decide when to make up that day. The school district is also testing about 200 staff and students at Durango High School as the school deals with a case of tuberculosis.
It is something where we want to be aggressive in our contact investigation to make sure we identify anyone else who has active TB or who is at risk of developing active TB.
The Southern Nevada Health District says it started investigating the case last month. The person involved has been excused from school for the time being. The health district looking to test anyone who had close contact with that individual. Tuberculosis is contagious after spending a period of time with someone infected. So all that testing will take place next Wednesday and Thursday. President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, has been sentenced to 4 years in prison. Last year, he was found guilty of tax and bank fraud. It's the longest sentence handed down as part of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election. Manafort was convicted on 8 counts of tax and bank fraud for his work with Ukrainian politicians. A source tells CBS News Manafort hopes for a presidential pardon. Next week, he's facing another sentencing in Washington, D.C. for a separate case related to illegal lobbying. That judge will decide whether he'll serve his 2 sentences at the same time. Tonight, CBS News will broadcast the Gayle King interview with R. Kelly. The 1-hour primetime special will feature exclusive interviews with the singer-songwriter as well as the 2 women who live with him. It will also include never-before-seen parts of King's sit-down with Kelly. He has denied all accusations, claiming they're lies. Again, the 1-hour special, the Gayle King interview with R. Kelly, airs tonight at 8 p.m. right here on Channel 8. Sherry.
She's got a new name, Cool Gayle King. Nevada Consumer Affairs is trying to get the word out about scammers targeting victims of all ages around the valley. Hector Mejia is live this morning at Sahara and Valley View. He has details about a consumer fraud prevention fair that's taking place later this morning. That's good news. Hector?
That is Sherry. Good morning to you. Officials here tell us that scammers are always a step ahead of the game, and to help you outsmart those crooks, officials here, they're hosting a panel during that fair, and during that panel you'll hear how fraudsters are using current trends to take your hard-earned money. Back in 2018, Nevada Consumer Affairs investigated more than 1,600 complaints and recovered more than $305,000 in restitution for consumers. Today's fair is between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Up to 25 agencies, including AARP, the Federal Trade Commission, Internal Revenue Service, as well as state and local offices. The discussion panel on fraud trends is at 11:30 a.m., and it's all taking place inside the Nevada State Business Center on Sahara near Valley View.
I can't stress enough how important it is when you are going to pay for a transaction. Make sure that you see what you're signing for. Because once you sign that receipt, it's really difficult to prove that you weren't aware of it, because now you authorized that transaction.
Scammers are targeting victims by phone, online, and in stores. A new trend here locally has to do with cosmetics. Nevada Consumer Affairs says about 50 complaints involve online or physical cosmetics kiosks in Las Vegas. Some victims report having automatic money withdrawals after signing up for free trials. In other extreme cases, some victims thought they were making a small purchase, only to find out they were charged between $8,000 and $15,000, and the officer says 85% of all of the complaints filed last year were closed within just 30 days. If you'd like to file your complaint, you can do it online, or you can stop by their office in person and do that here at their office. Reporting live, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
Thank you very much, Hector. It's 5:36 on your Finally Friday. Las Vegas Lights back at Cashman Field tomorrow night, ready to kick off their regular season after a pretty strong preseason. 8 News Now reporter Kristen Drummond live from the downtown location. What's going on, Kristen?
Nate, well, I'm working on my skills right now because I need to pick up my game if I even want to compete with the team this season. They're coming off a very strong preseason. They won 7 games and also came to a draw, so they're undefeated, and 2 of those wins against MLS teams, and they're now looking for even more W's as they kick off their season tomorrow night here at Cashman Field, where it is exclusively their home finally for the first time, because the baseball team is moving out. They're officially here, or the Lights are officially here. I'm here with the team owner. This is Brett Lashbrook. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning.
Good morning, soccer fans. It's a beautiful weekend for soccer. Come on.
Gorgeous weekend for soccer. So finally, Cashman Field is your home. What are some of the new, more permanent changes that are finally here?
Well, just look around. This used to be all 35 tons of clay and pitcher's mounds and foul poles. Today, it is a soccer-specific stadium, and we couldn't be more excited about having a 10,000 seat here in downtown Las Vegas, the home of professional soccer.
Home of professional soccer. Now, the team is here, but you still have to keep a few things. There are some baseball, like the field, the poles. I'm so sorry, I don't know.
The foul poles, yeah. So the 51's now the Aviators. Until their stadium officially opens, they remain a tenant here. So the rule is that we have to be able to turn this into a baseball stadium on 7 days' notice. We don't anticipate playing baseball ever here again. We have made this our home, right? We've turned the locker room into ours. We've taken out the dirt. We've covered the signs. This is Lights 2.0 Central Field.
With a new motto, new coach, new season, new confidence.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about Coach Eric Wynalda finally here and turning the team around from last season?
Yeah, so Eric Wynalda is a living legend. He's a U.S. Soccer national team player of the decade, played in 3 World Cups. We are so confident and so excited about what Lights 2.0 here in our second season has done that we have personally guaranteed a victory tomorrow night. There's death, there's taxes, and there's a guarantee of a win on Saturday night. If we lose or draw for any reason, everyone in the stadium gets a free ticket to our next game. That's how confident we are. That's how much we want everyone in Las Vegas to come on out here on Saturday night and experience Light Soccer.
Light Soccer guaranteeing a win, or else Brett here is buying your ticket for the next game.
I'm taking my wallet out. I'm paying each and every one of you. That's how confident I am. Come on out.
So kickoff tomorrow is at 7:30. Tickets start at $15. Come on out, soccer fans. And even if you're not a soccer fan, come on out. Just see what it's all about here at Cashman Field. And you may want to see this win or see if they may lose, because then Brett here is buying your ticket next week. But
it's going to be a soccer party. We're going to sing and dance and cheer and go, ole, 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 ole. Come on, Lights fans.
We'll have more on this coming up at the 6 o'clock show.
We like that. Thanks, you two.
I want a scarf. I want a scarf, Kristen. Tell Brett we need scarves over here.
Oh, I'm excited. Soccer's a fabulous sport. Good deal. Well, a Florida family warning other parents after their child, Nate, got locked in a cooler.
Yeah, there's some video they caught on their home security device watching him crawl in there and get stuck.
Also, Disney has announced when it's opening Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Stay with us.
Fight for veterans. Let us fight for you.
5:43 on your Finally Friday. What's driving you crazy? Signs that say a lot, but still don't tell the whole story. Viewer Steve saw this temporary flashing sign parked by the side of the southbound 215 Beltway at Tropicana. This is in the Southwest Valley. He writes, just spotted the new signs, expect delays March to December. What the heck is that all about? Well, Steve, there is a similar sign off to the right shoulder of the westbound 215 before the Buffalo exit. So I checked in with Dan Kulin from Clark County, who says, oh boy, there's going to be a 7-month-long widening project stretching from Decatur all the way west to the north up to Tropicana. Not a whole lot of specifics other than Construction is expected to start on or about March 18th. So that is a week from Monday. We'll let you know more when we know more about lane restrictions, detours, or just where that road work's going to start. In the meantime, buckle up, drive carefully, put down that phone. If there's something driving you crazy, email me, traffic8lasvegasnow.com.
All right, thanks so much, Nate. Hey, check it out. Right now we're taking a live look at the crew from the SpaceX Dragon capsule. It has just re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, and you can see the parachutes are deployed. We're still waiting for it to safely land. It's about 200 miles offshore. It's the first capsule designed to carry humans. It undocked from the International Space Station. It spent the last week out there in space. It was dropping off supplies. It hit the water. There it is. Beautiful skies there just off the coast of Florida. It spent the last week with the crew on board the International Space Station. You can hear the cheers from the NASA crew back there at Kennedy Space Center. And you could see it right there. This was earlier this morning as it was undocking from the ISS. Crew Dragon also has a spacesuited dummy named Ripley on board. Ripley is fitted with sensors to record everything an astronaut would experience during this mission. So they're considering this a success, Kirsten and Nate, which is absolutely fantastic. So splashdown has occurred.
Good.
For Dragon.
We like success. So trending now, a Texas elementary school principal taking a creative approach to get more students interested in reading. Once a week, Belinda George reads bedtime stories on a live social media stream, and students who tune in, they get some reading points. She started the bedtime readings in December in hopes of raising the school's low reading scores.
Hey, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
That's great. Also trending, celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay is going to be filming the next 2 seasons of that huge hit show Hell's Kitchen right here in Las Vegas, at least according to Eater Vegas. His Ramsay restaurant is located right outside of Caesar's Palace. We don't yet know exactly when that filming will start, though.
Great place.
Very nice.
All right, many Star Wars fans have been waiting for this. Disney announced when it will open Star Wars Galaxy's Edge theme park. Disneyland is on track to open it May 31st. It's coming soon. Disney World will open its location August 29th, right in the heat of summer and humidity. That location was not expected to open until late fall or winter. The 2 locations will be nearly identical. Visitors will get to experience what it's like as a Jedi, fly the Millennium Falcon, have a couple of drinks at Oga's Cantina, and so much more. You will be in Star Wars world.
You don't want to reverse the order, have the drinks first and then go fly the Falcon?
Yes, that will be happening, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure one or 2 people may do that. But you're excited?
Schedule.
Which one would you prefer to go to first, since they're both supposedly going to be identical?
Oh, well, I'd go May 31st to Disneyland.
Get the first one.
Yes. Yeah. Why wait till August and go to muggy Florida?
Florida's great, but I haven't been to Disney World since I was a little girl.
I've never been to Disney World.
Oh,
me neither.
I've been to Disneyland countless times.
Sure.
I feel really spoiled. I never got to go until I was in my 20s, and then I'm like making up for it as an adult.
You are. You've got a number of times.
Yeah,
Had some good times.
Yeah. Ethan's like, Mom, are we going to Disneyland again? I'm like, seriously, kid?
Yeah, really.
Stand still.
Straighten up.
Yes, for a minute. But no, it's I'd go to the Disneyland. You know how crowded it's going to be.
Yes.
For Star Wars. Oh boy. And May 31st, school's going to be
Memorial
out.
Day, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. All right, we've had some crazy winds overnight, and it's making it feel cooler than the actual temperatures, which are already cooler than they've been recently. Look at all the wind, beautiful early light out there. Just a reminder, I'm sorry, a lot of folks don't like going into daylight saving time because it means that, 1, you lose an hour of sleep over the weekend, and 2, that sun will take another hour now to rise. I kind of like it early, around 6 o'clock, but instead it will be closer to 7 before the sun is rising. But we extend that hour of daylight towards the end of the day, so it'll stay lighter longer now. At 2 a.m. officially Sunday morning, we begin daylight saving time all the way way until the first Sunday of November. It is cooler. We got a lot of 40s out there, but with those winds, 15, 20, 25 miles an hour, it feels cooler. Some wind chills are in the 30s, and Kyle Canyon's already sitting at 29, and they've had gusty winds. Red Rock is 40. In fact, they just clicked down to 38, but it feels like 28 because of the gusty, strong winds. 43 in Pahrump, you're breezy as well. You can see 40s to near 50, but again, where there's wind, it feels cooler than that this morning. There is low pressure. It's dropping into California, and we thought we would be looking at rain today, but it looks like we're going to miss out on that chance of real rain for the valley, but there could be some snow in the mountains. There's about a 40% chance of snow in our local mountains. More severe weather, unfortunately, predicted this weekend for those areas where they had those deadly twisters last weekend. So you can see we've already got the snow going across California, Nevada, Utah, but again, I think it's going to be a near miss for us, as we'll look for most of that to wind up in Lincoln County, maybe some over in Mojave County, definitely Utah getting in on more snow. And it is going to be windy along I-15 to the north and to the south into California today if you're heading out on the roads. Temps could make it into the low 60s with a mix of clouds and sunshine. I think we'll have more sunshine than clouds today, but definitely windy. 5:50, Nate, let's get to the roads.
Well, I have to adjust my hearing aids, Sherry, because every time you say wind chill, I still think there's donuts coming.
Oh, got it.
But I'll
Wind
be
chills,
okay.
wind chills.
Maybe that's wishful thinking. Anybody want to drop down some donuts? I think we're going to be okay. We are keeping an eye on the freeway, and everything is looking really good on the 95. Southbound's the right side of your screen, heading for the Spaghetti Bowl. Headlights, the folks coming out, heading for the Rainbow Curve. And a heads up, this is out on the far east side of town. The headlights are northbound Nellis coming up to Charleston. I believe this started out as a traffic stop, so there's Metro Police here, and this car is not going anywhere, so stay to the center or to the left. Northbound on Nellis as you come up on Charleston. Meantime, the rest of the freeway system looking really good on your Finally Friday, Kirsten.
All right, thank you, Nate. A family in Florida is warning other parents after what happened to their child. In the video, you can see their 5-year-old son. He jumps into a cooler here, crawls inside, and closes it on him. Now, the top was cracked open just enough before he pushed the lock out and closed shut. His parents didn't know what happened until they heard his muffled screams.
When it got locked, I was scared.
You were? What did you think was going to happen?
Like I got locked in there forever.
We heard this muffled scream.
It was an awful scream, as if a child had fallen and gotten really hurt.
We came running out, and you couldn't tell where the scream was coming from. Finally, Rob turned and looked to the cooler. We opened it up, and he was in there.
He was only in there for a short time with the lid down. The family contacted the company of the cooler. They're hoping down the road companies will make coolers that are child-proof. 8 News Now will air a half-hour special tomorrow called Celebrating Women, sharing stories of inspiring women, like the first female basketball player to dunk in a professional game, the first female mayor of the city of Las Vegas, the leading ladies of the country's first female majority state legislature. Celebrating Women airs tomorrow night at 6:30. All right, we're expecting some wind today. We'll check back in with Sherry, and of course, Nate is keeping an eye on the roads as well.
stretches further at Mattress Firm.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
We're just out there right now, 5 minutes before the hour. Let's check in with Sherry.
All right. Thanks so much, Kirsten. Yes, it is windy for sure, and that early sun is trying to break the horizon. It'll take a few more minutes. Here's your 7-day forecast, guys. Please grab a jacket. It's chilly. Temperatures are in the 40s, and it feels a little bit cooler than that. Mountain snow today, but not looking for rain for the valley. Highs that, well, they'll get right around 60 degrees. A little cooler than normal as we head into the weekend. We are looking for a chance for rain on Sunday and right on into Monday, and by then we're in daylight saving time, so we lose an hour of sleep, but we get that daylight to last longer at the end of the day. But we will look for some showers Sunday, Monday, and a slight chance again the middle of next week. Staying kind of cool too. Let's get to Nate on the roads at 5:56.
5:56, 4 minutes till 6, getting you out the door before 6, and it is a decent ride. We're looking here at the Rainbow Curve, right side of your screen. Southbounders about to go around the curve towards downtown. Headlights coming at you are heading up towards Lake Mead, Cheyenne, Craig, and whatever. Really not a whole lot of traffic. Here is still this one issue on the far east side. Northbound Nellis coming up on Charleston. A traffic stop turned into a long delay, so stay center or left as you are northbound on Nellis approaching Charleston. We'll be watching the freeways throughout the next hour of Good Day, Kirsten.
All right, thanks, Nate. Coming up at 6 a.m., the New Jersey man who won a $273 million jackpot almost didn't win, but a Good Samaritan helped reunite him with his lost ticket. We're kicking off this weekend St. Baldrick's fundraiser when Sherry goes in to brave the shave, not herself, but someone else. The record amount of donations New York is trying to break this year. Stay with us here on the Valley's News.